Hello. It's been a while. I apologize for that. Well, sort of. You must once again have to endure this, though. It's been a while since I've done a video, and usually when I do them, it's about a book that I don't really like or don't plan on reading, and I'm reading the back cover of it to make fun of it or something like that. In this case, I am not doing that. I'm actually going to be recommending a book. The book is called Dear Fahrenheit 451 by Annie Spence. It is a fantastic book that is essentially letters that she's writing to books that she either really, really misses, really, really loves, or is removing from her collection because Annie Spence is a librarian. One of the processes of being a librarian is that you periodically have to go through the collection and remove bad books or books that people simply aren't reading anymore. She does this a lot, and she talks to the books as she does it. Seems a little bit odd to some people, I guess people who don't read much, because to me it seems perfectly normal, despite the fact that she apologizes for it profusely. Um, I decided that I was going to read a section of this. The particular section I'm going to read, the one that I really, really wanted to read, was Dear Fahrenheit 451 itself, the one that's actually given us the title of the book. The slight problem being that it does have some swearing in it, which I don't usually do. I'm not a big fan of swearing. However, in perspective with the actual thing itself, it works. It makes sense. You can see why she's using it. And quite frankly, she uses a little bit of salty language throughout the book, to be honest with you. Also, it kind of fits the central theme of the book, which is the importance of reading, the importance of books, and the importance, moreover, of libraries, of places that you can go that are repositories of knowledge that anyone can access, that you just walk in and say, oh, you need things. Here, let me help you with it. You need to know things. And that's really what this bit is about and is sort of integral to the book. It says something about this book that, despite the fact that most of the love she gives for a single book, her absolute favorite book is The Virgin Suicides by Eugenides, which I'm not actually a big fan of that book. I think partly because I was never a high school girl and I've never been to Michigan. I think the combination of those two things means it's just not a book for me. Despite the fact that that's her favorite book and not one that I like, I still like her suggestions, and I've written down several titles that I'm probably going to read in future based on her recommendations, simply because they sound like really good books. So, with that, Dear Fahrenheit 451. Dear Fahrenheit 451, don't ever change, and stay here with us, always. You were created in a library, and I'm comforted by the fact that you'll remain on library shelves around the world. If we ever get to a point where you're not included in the core of a book collection, we're all fucked. Like, our civilization is flinging itself to pieces. Stand back from the centrifuge type fucked. Some days the world feels closer to that point than I'm comfortable with. Be glad you have a voice, but no eyes. Since 1953, the talking walls are bigger and louder than ever. The modern day firefighters are armed not with kerosene, but snarky internet memes, reality TV, and the ability to simultaneously see more and less of the world around them. I shouldn't even tell you, but there are people who don't believe libraries are necessary anymore. A bunch of Captain Beatties. It's frightening. Oh, I know what you'll say. We really need to be really bothered once in a while. How long is it since you were really bothered? About something important, about something real. You're right. That old nudge, ignorance, plodding too close behind with its hot, dumb breath on your neck, can help up your game. The library is a good gig to have, convincing people that I want to help them with literally whatever they want to learn about, helping create more examiners, critics, knowers. But it's harder than it might seem to get people to listen. Maybe it would be easier if we were allowed to yell. The public librarian has been typecast. We're supposed to whisper and shush, demand silence, when in reality we work our asses off trying to help people speak up. Maybe it seems safer for us to whisper, because maybe if we could shout, it would shake the walls down. For now, I'll take it step by step. Test prep book by car repair manual by Can you help me apply for this job? One phone number for a shelter. One kid psyched to be handed the next Percy Jackson book. One woman with no one to lean on who needs a divorce guide, a new email account, A small business for dummies and an encouraging smile. One book, one patron, one desk shift at a time. I'll be quiet about it, like you, just sitting on the shelf, waiting for someone to come to you with a question he or she doesn't quite know how to ask yet. In the silence, our stage whisper might carry, right? But don't ever go. We're in this business together. It was a pleasure to learn, Annie.